So, you want to be wealthy and happy for the rest of your life? Well, there's one crucial lesson that I've learned. Work harder on yourself than on your job. What do you think about that idea?
I think that's pretty profound. It really shifts the focus. I mean, if you're not growing as a person, how can you expect your income or happiness to grow?
Exactly. I've found that income doesn't far exceed personal development. Sure, sometimes there's a lucky jump, but unless you grow where your wealth is, it'll usually disappear.
Like if someone handed you $1 million, you'd better be ready to handle it. Otherwise, it'd be gone before you know it.
Yep. Someone once said, if you divided all the money in the world equally, it'd quickly return to the same pockets. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract.
So instead of chasing success, we should focus on personal development, right? Become the person who attracts success?
That's it. True happiness isn't in what you get, it's in what you become. Personal growth is key. Now, if you're excited about changing your life, I've got 3 steps to help you get started.
3 steps? I'm all ears. What's the first one?
Step 1 is to find out how things work. You need ideas, not just money. I remember once telling someone I had no money, and they said, "That's not the problem. The problem is the lack of an idea on how to create wealth."
That really shifts your perspective. It's not about not having money, but not knowing how to make it.
Exactly. And to get those ideas, you need to study. Study success, study happiness, study wealth. Don't leave it to chance.
So it's like becoming a student of life, constantly learning from successful people. How do you actually start this process?
Well, one way is to read. Successful people read a lot. You don't need to be a bookworm, but even 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Books can teach you things that might save you years.
I love that idea. It's like learning from other people's experiences rather than just your own. It's a shortcut to success.
Exactly. And the second way to learn is by listening. Surround yourself with successful people and listen to them. Learn from what they say, how they think, and even what they avoid.
I bet they drop a lot of wisdom. It's like being in the right place at the right time, just soaking it all in.
Yep. And here's a little tip. Poor people should take rich people out to dinner. They'll share ideas with you, and those ideas could change your life.
I love that. But honestly, how many poor people are willing to take rich people out to dinner? Usually it's the other way around, right?
Ha 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 ha, exactly. But if you're serious about changing your life, that's the kind of thinking you need. Invest in yourself, even if it means buying a rich person dinner to hear their story.
Got it. So the third way to learn is observation, right?
Yes, success leaves clues. Watch how successful people act, how they carry themselves, how they interact with others. Sometimes it's those little habits and behaviors that make all the difference.
I've heard people say that before. Successful people have a certain way about them. Maybe it's in their walk, their handshake, their tone of voice.
Exactly. If someone's making $10,000 a month, watch how they do things. Maybe it's in the way they hold themselves, or how they handle challenges.
It's all in the details. So, once you figure these things out, what's the next step?
Step 2. Go to work. Take action. The ability to make yourself do the necessary things is crucial. What small thing can you do tomorrow that could change everything?
That sounds exciting. It's like any day could be the turning point if you're ready to make the right moves.
Exactly. But it starts with discipline. Start small, master the little disciplines, and build up to the big ones.
Yeah. If you can't handle the small challenges, how can you expect to handle the big ones?
Right. It's about building the muscle. And that leads to the third step, self-motivation. You have to motivate yourself. Don't wait for someone else to push you.
That's huge. So many people expect others to motivate them. But if you don't motivate yourself, it's never going to happen.
Absolutely. You have to take action on what you've learned. Don't just let your learning lead to knowledge. Let it lead to action. That's how you create wealth in all areas of life.
So it's not just about money, it's about becoming the best version of yourself, right?
Exactly. And here's a little caution. Don't try to beat the system. Learn how it works and work it the right way. If you cut corners, you'll end up with a cheap life.
I like that. It's tempting to look for shortcuts, but doing it the right way will always pay off in the long run.
Right? So, if I were to give you personal advice, it would be this. Reach deep inside yourself, discover your remarkable human gifts, and start making changes in your life tomorrow.
Wow, that's powerful. What am I going to do tomorrow to change my life? That's the question we all need to ask ourselves.
Exactly. If you don't make a change, tomorrow will be just like today. But if you do something different, you can change everything.
And you don't have to change everything all at once. Even a small shift can lead to huge results.
Absolutely. The choice is yours. And remember, every day is an opportunity to change your life.
I'm ready to make some changes. How about you?
Always. Let's do it.